Hi there. Welcome to another little episode of MacGyver's Workshop. Here recently, of course, we've been hard and heavy on working on the house build project, and I've kind of told all my friends and customers or whatever that always bring their cars to me for to work on for them that, you know, while we were framing the house, I was kind of have to swear off mechanicking for a little while. But anyway. This one lady who has the little white BMW 325, you know, was really concerned because she was hearing this god-awful noise in the back end of her car when she's driving down the road. So, and there's some other issues. She needs a water pump and some other things that she talked to me about. But the reason for this video is that, you know, BMWs have their own humorous little, you know, anecdotes of, you know, bring money with you and all that sort of thing, but you know, they're a nice car. And I had told her, matter of fact, I think the last video I did, I had put some front control arm bushings in, and I had told her to go ahead and I would suggest that she go ahead and take it to the dealer to get the alignment done. As you know, it's not going to be that much more than taking it to, you know, Firestone or whatever, but you know, at least they have the proper equipment and they're experienced in aligning BMWs, because you know, they're a bear to line up. So anyway, she did that, and I just wanted to show you what I found. And apparently you can't always trust the dealer. You know, they make mistakes too. Only I think this is a bit egregious, but you know, it's a mistake nevertheless. So I'm going to take here and show you what the complaint was and what I found when she brought it to me. So anyway, let me turn the camera around here. All right, so there she is up on the lift here, all nice and safe and secure. And anyhow, what she was complaining about was that she sounded, she said her granddaughter described it best, that you know, she says, "Grandma, sounds like your car's falling apart." And just a whole bunch of loud clunking and banging going on back here. And of course, I have the back tire off for, you know, ease of seeing what's going on. And usually when someone complains about that on the back of a BMW, first thing you go after is this and start checking all the rubber bushings to see if any of them have perished, because that's typically what happens on one of these, is that once they start getting some miles on them, the little bushings will get a little slop in them and start making racket. But on a BMW, at least the 3 Series, what you have is you have that rubber bushing there, okay, and then you have that rubber bushing there. That's the lower, I don't know whether you would call that a strut rod or technically a lower control arm or what have you. And then you have the actual, what I would call the control arm, which has knuckles there, and on back, let's see if I can get to it here where you can see it, right up in there. This is the cast magnesium, the upper bit there, and that terminates into another bushing. And you know, it comes across here, and then on the spindle you have the this bit here. Of course, you already saw the strut rod there, and there is one of the alignment adjustments there. And then you have this arm which comes up to here and comes to there, and that mounts up into the body, and I guess you would kind of call that a control arm bushing as well. But I checked all the bushings and I didn't see anything that looked obviously perished. And the other bit is that this arm here, and practically this whole suspension is loaded when you pick it up off the ground with the spring. So, you know, you're not going to hear anything clunking and banging around too well. But what you look for is you look for signs of movement. And what we found is, if we look right here, okay, you'll see, let me get on it right here a little better for you. You'll see that there, okay, and that bolt there, and that bolt there. You'll see where the you can see where it's been sliding around in the hole. Now this is an alignment point as well on this car. That's why the holes are elongated. So apparently what had happened is the BMW mechanic neglected to tighten these 3 bolts up. So there's about an 1/8 of an inch gap. You can tell, and let me get my camera in here right where we can see. It's kind of hard to tell, but there's that whole bushing and plate assembly is hanging down about an 1/8 of an inch, and every time she would hit a bump or change gears from forward to reverse, it'd bang, 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 bang like that. So it's making a whole bunch of racket. So anyway, I won't mention the dealer's name, but anyone who lives in northern Tennessee by the Kentucky line at Interstate 65 will know that there's only 2 BMW dealerships within driving distance. One's in Bowling Green and the other one's in kind of like Hundred Oaks area. Hundred Oaks has always been my favorite to go see, because they've just always seemed to have been a lot nicer, and you know, this other place, they deal in Mercedes, BMWs, you know, they got their fingers in a lot of different pies, and I think they've just kind of lost focus, because after I took my BMW to them like 3 times to get it aligned, they never could get it right, and so I gave up and I go to Cool Springs now. But anyway, so what we've got here is, let me find my socket here, and I'm going to have to get an extension. I'd like to keep my video contiguous here, because I think that our lady friend is going to probably let these guys see this video, and I haven't touched anything or done anything to this car yet. I've just pulled it in here and pulled the tire off to try to see what I could see. But if I get on that, see, I'm turning this back and forth. And here's the third one. Turn that with my hand. Ain't supposed to do that. So if we look at this one, of course this one's good and tight, like it should be. So my guess is mechanic got in a hurry and just flat forgot to tighten it up, because for it to be that loose, I mean, there's just no way. I mean, so now there's no point in me trying to put that bracket anywhere or pull it in a line or anything like that. It's out of the line, and it's going to be. Her next stop from here is going to have to be back at the dealer and tell them to fix it up. So anyway, that's it. You know, can't always trust the dealer to do it right. They may make mistakes too. So that's I guess that's the moral of this story. So anyway, I got to troubleshoot a check engine light on it, and like I said, she had complained of a water leak in her garage, or coolant leak. That's the water pump. So you know, it's not serious. It's just a little drip out of the weep hole. So she can take it back to the BMW dealer and get them to straighten out her alignment problem first. and then she can come back and see me for the water pump. So anyway, thank you for watching, and as always, you can feel free to comment, good, bad, or otherwise. I can take constructive criticism, or you can email me directly at MacGyversWorkshop@gmail.com, and I try and check my email pretty often there for the channel, and I'll be happy to respond to you with any questions or concerns you have. So thanks again. Y'all take care.